What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, on my end at least. Hey, little box of colors, Pastor Valdomiro, Rodrigo, Carolina, hello, Augusta, Contuca, Producciones, hola, hola. A lot of nice people. Yeah, so cool. Thank you guys for joining us for another talk today. And we have like a great guest today. It's a studio. Yes, I don't know them like in personal. I know they work very well and they are super awesome. Let me see if they are around.
Hi.
Hello!
Hello.
Finally, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
Yeah. We
No.
finally. I don't know. The NiceShit account like didn't show the live, so we
Uh-huh.
isn't heard. Hopes that's okay.
It's totally fine. I'm so glad to have you guys here.
Yeah.
First of all,
How are
Yeah,
you?
perdóame, pero mi español es una mierda. So
that's fine.
I know I just know how to speak Portuguese. So if you guys are okay to do English, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I use like I can understand Portuguese. Like I've been many times in Brazil, and have a lot of Brazilian friends.
That's great.
But she's Italian, and then I learned Italian, and I cannot speak Portuguese anymore.
Oh,
So
that's
I can
cool.
understand.
That's not, man. First of all, guys, thank you so much for making the time. I really appreciate you guys for doing this. And I have to say one thing. First of all, the name of the studio, guys, by far it's the most like iconic name for a studio ever, ever.
Well, sometimes we receive critics.
Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes, like when I think when it began, like it was like a very like teenage studio in a way. I think that's why we got the name. And then
Uh-huh.
like as we get older, it's like maybe it was too much. But then like we got used to it.
I think it's too late to change this now.
Now
Yeah,
you can get back now. You can get back now.
yeah, yeah. But it's yeah, it's good so far.
So
Yeah,
nice.
thanks so much for
Ni-
having us, man.
Nope, man, it's my pleasure. So nice shit studio.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with that name?
I, I think it was an anecdote from like the three of us. There's three of us in the studio. The three of
Uh-huh.
us and Rodier, who's in holidays. He's coming up next week, I think. He's probably watching, hopefully. Um, and we all met in a studio in Buenos Aires where we all worked. It was called Punga.
Punga, yes.
Yeah, and it's closed now. But like a lot of us started there, and the two of us met there, and we had this client. It was German client for a German brand, but I don't know, he liked to speak Spanish in the emails. And the end, it was like he always say like nice shit, and his name was Rolo. So it became like a thing for us. Like whenever we wanted to say like something was good, it was like nice shit Rolo, and it just stayed with us. I think.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So, could you guys introduce yourselves to our
Yeah,
audience? What do you guys
yeah.
do in there? What's your role in there? So, yeah.
Well, okay, so we are NiceShit. We are a boutique studio based in Barcelona, and at the moment we are in the studio, almost closing the day. And we started the studio almost 6 years ago. So we
Hmm.
start in Buenos Aires, and then after a year and a half, we decide to move to Barcelona, and yeah, start again in Europe.
Yeah, it's the three of us. The three of us are creative directors and founders of the studio,
Hmm.
and we have Augusta who's over there, who's the producer, and that's pretty much it. That's like the studio. It's the
That's
four of
cool.
us. Uh, Between the three of us, we split. I still animate a bit. The two of us are like creative directors. Rodier has a lot of hands into the design, but then Cameron and I are more like creative directors, animation directors, and
Hmm.
a bit of producers,
A bit of
a bit of
everything.
everything.
And then since maybe 3 years, we started to collaborate, because at the beginning, of course, we were doing everything.
Uh-huh.
So since 3 years, we started to, I don't know, for each project to put together a team, and some of the people that are working with us, they keep working in every project more or less. So they are not in the studio all the time, but
Yeah.
when we have project, we call the same
Yeah,
team.
it was,
Oh,
you know,
that's
like,
great.
yeah, we started like 6 years ago, and with the three of us, and for the past year we are four, so that's a
Uh-huh.
big change. But yeah, as Carmen was saying, you know, in the first years, due to budgets and because we were starting, like we did everything, you know, from start to finish. And then as we started to grow a little bit in the past few years, we've been lucky to collaborate with, you know, a lot of freelancers that they like elevate their work a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Uh, so we're really thankful. But then it's like a strange mix because like we have kind of like if we have work, it's like you probably have, you know, there's like a main team that is always with us. Like, hey, we have work every free, and no matter what the project is, we have
Uh-huh.
like a extended family to say it here in Barcelona and also abroad. And then depending on the project, like we can grow, you know, even more and go to specialists or you know someone who does like something specific really well. But it's yeah, it's a strange mix between like a small and concentrated
Uh-huh.
like staff
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah, and I think regarding our role, I think the most important thing is that we are three creative directors basically. That is the thing that it never changed. Then depending on the project, we can kind of change. I think I can animate, I can design, or Roger
yeah.
can design, but the
That's
main
cool.
thing that never change is the
Yeah,
direction.
one thing that we do is like we don't like it's not like Carmen directs one job and I do the other. Like it's always the three of us in all of them.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the only way we know how to do it.
Yeah, I think because we started like always working together, so I think it's really hard to separate, I don't know, project for the team. So I think
Uh-huh.
it's just the way that we learn.
So you guys do a
And yeah,
project like together, like guys direct together.
yeah,
Like in terms of
yes.
yes,
And if there
always.
are three projects, we direct the three. Yeah,
that's man, that's
it
cool.
sounds
Like I don't
messy.
know, like we just cannot like be involved in everything. Like
Oh,
we oh I think something went
yeah,
up. No,
yeah,
it's
no,
like
it's
we just can like I don't know. I couldn't hold like to say something about other project that is going on. So like it's just the way we are, and everybody's gonna say something about all the projects, and I think that is that we are like maniacs. Like all of our work is done like in whiteboards and walls, and that's you know I think our signature in a way.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so yeah, that's the way we learned how to
That's
like
amazing.
no no like we decided
It
to
it is working so far.
yeah,
I can see that, like in your
yeah. It is.
projects. It's
It's
great.
the only thing that changes. Yeah, and the only thing that is changes during the year is like knowing new collaborators and or make the team bigger. That is the main thing that is challenging us. So at the
That's cool.
beginning, it was like, oh no, I will never give animation to someone else that is not us. And
yeah
then we start
Mm-hmm.
to find that people are even better than us to
yeah
animate. So
That's
I don't know
amazing.
yeah I think it was just yeah I think it was just like a personal growing like at the beginning it's like no I'm not giving anything out like I'm gonna do everything no one touches this and then like we started to collaborate like you know the work itself like it started to grow and we met amazing people makes everything more fun and I don't know like there's so many skillful people out there
There are,
so
yeah.
yeah
And you
that's
guys
I don't
work
know and
mainly
every time
you guys working mainly with people in
sorry.
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go,
Okay.
go, go.
You guys work mainly
yeah
with people in Spain? Like the main team, like you guys said that you guys have like a
Mm,
main team, or no?
no
They're all over the
no
place.
it's
no.
worldwide it's worldwide you know like we I think it's a mix you know we know a lot of people in Argentina because we came from there like so we have a lot of friends
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's you know I think friends is a good word to point out like since we are a small team, we have the luxury to, even pick people that we're, friends with to work, or people that we really like. It's not, I don't know. It's just, it's just small teams, and you're gonna be with these people, this person, like with 2 months. For us, it's really important that do we like each other? So yeah, we have a lot of friends
True.
that we became, a long-term relationship with artists. But yeah, it goes all around the world. I think
Yeah.
it's a good thing, like production-wise, when you have like people all over,
I
like
agree.
it makes, I think, everything works better.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
I think
maybe
it's a
more.
mix. Like the good thing about people being in Barcelona is like they can come to the studio, and that's always nice.
Uh-huh.
Um, we have yeah, we have extra space for, and yeah, we have the space set up for freelancers to come, and then
Mm-hmm.
just the ability to call whoever you want, like from all the world. That's also good.
That's great. But I think you guys have like a very smart way to handle business, because like you guys are prepared to scale up and scale down according to the project. You don't have to keep like a staff in your payroll. So it's I think, to be honest, you guys are doing the most clever way to handle like a studio nowadays. And now with this pandemic thing, I think that uh, the opportunity to have people working from distance, it's you guys are used to that. So there's no surprise for you in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's two good things about it, like to have, like a very changing team, to say it in a way. I think it's like, like we do very different things to each, like to every project we do. They're pretty much like different. So it's also, fun to work with different people for, each of the projects. And then also, like a bunch of our friends that work with us, like we know that they really like being freelancing, and I don't know. It's good. Like they also gather experience, and people whenever like comebacks. I don't know. We are. I don't know. We've been freelancers, and we know the people who does it. Like they really like the way of life, and I think it works better. People, we in Barcelona we have like a really nice community of studios. Like we all work in like 500 meters around,
Hmm.
and we just all get along, and it's nice to see people flowing.
Yeah, and also as Guido said, since like our project are kind of different, like one to the other, so it's really hard for us to have like a solid team that it
Yeah.
stay the whole year because we can't really plan. Like we have a style, but it's not like an static style, or it's more like in term of direction,
Hmm.
and that is what it always stay. So yeah, I think it works at least for
It
now.
works. It's
It
fun.
It
works.
works
Yeah.
great, and I love,
Maybe sometimes we think.
and I love,
Oh,
I love.
sorry, no,
No,
yeah,
no, it's
but
okay.
sometimes we think to actually
No, that I
to
was
make the
saying,
team bigger, but
I was saying that I like the way that you guys. I was talking to Reese Parker the other day, and you guys have like some sort of
Yeah.
the same interest in the industry. Like for example, the usually normal way to get to be known in the industry, it's like a linear curve, like so you guys were like nowhere, and suddenly you guys are boom there, with amazing work and with amazing stuff going on, and you guys seem to be appear from nowhere, and there you go, like a lot of cool projects, a lot of different stuff, things with attitude. What I love, what that man, I love so much, and I can see the passion in the way that you guys put your projects out there, like the animation skills and everything. It's a mix. Guys have some projects in 2D, some things in 3D. Is there like a specific style? What drives you guys? Do you guys have like some sort of specific thing that you guys love doing more, and what is so attractive into this industry for you guys?
I think in terms of like, I know. I think one of the good things about like when you ask us like to do this talk, like is we started to think about ourselves. Like we never do, like because we have to explain it to someone else, and also like it was nice to like a nice exercise. And I think the good. I think what we achieved, like what I'm most proud of, that we have achieved is like we have very different work, but it's very related. And the same is like what holds it together is the attitude. And I think in the end is the storyboarding. Like we are super like how do you say it? We're strict with the storyboards. Like we need like for everything to have a reason. Like we,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just because the two of us. Like we could be standing like for 5 hours watching to the whiteboard, and it's like no, but it doesn't make sense. Like we need a reason because, and it's only for ourselves. But I think in the end, when you see like a lot of our work, like everything has a purpose. Like it's not that we don't like it, but it's not our style to do like huge more, so just things just because. And so we spend a lot of time just redoing storyboards and trying to have. I think that's the moment when we find like most joy. It's like, look that idea, and like that's like it doesn't
That
matter
work.
like is it gonna be in 2D, 3D, a puppet or whatever. We know the idea is good, and it's like yes, we can move to the next one. And so I think that's why I think we have grown in that, and we have. I don't know.
I
Lately,
think
we've been.
it's like our style. It's like that is the thing that is, I don't know, driving us. It's not like, okay, it's gonna be like 2D, 3D. It's like, okay, that is just a technique, and of course we have things we want to try more than others. But I
Mm-hmm.
think the most important thing for
Yeah.
us is the thought
Yeah,
behind
it has been
that.
nice like lately to get like briefs, not because of style or animation. It's just because of the humor or the tone or the things, and that's one like this is gonna be a good one. They're looking for this. Like yeah, let's do it.
That's so cool, man. So cool to hear that. And you guys are based in Spain right now.
Yeah, we are
So
based in Barcelona.
Barcelona, like, so how do you guys most of your projects come from abroad, right?
Yeah,
Or
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
How do you guys manage to get there? Like,
yeah. Most of,
because this is a
I think
question that I this is
it's
a question that I get a lot, like for people that are working, like, because usually when we think about motion graphics, we think, okay, United States, Canada, England, but it's possible to do some cool stuff not being related to these three big scenarios, like where the industry is really strong, and you guys are doing like a lot of cool stuff, nice shit stuff from from Spain, for example. Like in Spain, I have friends that live there, and
yeah.
they told me that there's not like a big industry there, like for motion graphics. And how you guys are managing to pull this off?
Like we don't work too much. We haven't worked that much with Spain. I think it's because like I think one part is because like no one knows we're here. Like we are here because like we as persons like wanted to live here. Like it doesn't matter that we're working in Barcelona. Like it's not like have a lot of friends here that they're from here, so they usually get more work from here from Spain. And yeah, I think it took a while, and then, a few years ago we started to get like agents, and we have a jelly that reps us in the UK and the US, and as you know, we have Final Frontier
Mm-hmm.
in the Asian markets. So those are the two big things like that. Big part like our partners
That's
to
cool.
get jobs, and then we get from different places. It depends.
yeah. Also, I think from years and years, like the projects start to be more important, and then they call other contacts. So it's more like a chain. You start with a nice project, and then you have the views, and then someone else in the industry scene, and it really doesn't matter where we are, because it doesn't
Yeah,
suit the
I know.
client.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
They give.
I think it's been like the past in the past 2 years it started like we have more amount of work and better work, and we started the work has been around for a little bit, and we started like, to get our 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 works like in the deck, like people calling us for our work. But it's a mix. I think as I think like probably anyone could agree, just keeping up good work and interesting work makes the trick. I think even that you have like an agent or five, or I think if you do honest and I don't know interesting work, it
Mm-hmm.
should be fair to you and get
Yeah,
some bricks.
no.
I know. I think the thing that changed is it was like at the beginning it was really hard. It was really hard because we always like to do different things. But then at the beginning we had like just a few different things. Like no one could understand. Like, but you don't have two of this, so I can know like you can do this. No, but I have this one. It's really good. You don't have two. No, just one. And then like over the years we might have like we have a few that are similar, or we have like more work to show. So it's easier to get
Mm-hmm.
people on board to work with us. But I think as I was saying, like besides the art or the animation, which is always a good point.
Yeah.
Like I'm personally was really proud when I get like really happy when we get briefs that like they come to us because of the tone or the humor or the storytelling. I think that's when you know we do our best.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think you guys are the living proof that the industry has changed in a way, in a very positive way, like, so we don't have to be attached to territories anymore, like, I would say, like, to be able to have the exposure that you guys have right now, like 3 years ago, I think that would be impossible in a way, like, because people were so focused on, no, I want to work with like an American studio, because they are American and they are part of the industry, so I think we're slowly breaking this kind of rule in a way, and I'm so happy to
Yeah,
see.
especially after this year.
Yeah, especially in this year and times like this, and it's so nice to see studios like yours and little other studios all over the world doing amazing stuff and artists being seen all over the sea. So it's so good to see you guys that you guys are doing such a great stuff on your end.
Yeah, and I think like especially over this year, like when like things like what is happening is like you feel like I don't want to say worthless, but like I do animation, I can't help, and being able to keep working and also like providing jobs like to friends. I think this year was like I think was the more gratificant thing. Like it wasn't that much of like a cool video or stuff, just like
Yeah,
being able to land a job and it's like, hey guys, like I feel are you free? And there was difficult times for everybody, so I think that helped us, to being able, to have work and call our usual friends, and just get on board on a new project, kept us sane.
of course, that's so cool. And I have a question for you, and I want you guys to answer me this question in two different ways. One, as an artist, and two, as a studio. Okay? So, what is the most challenging things in our industry? One, as an artist, and two, as a studio.
Ah, it's a hard question.
I don't know, like I think as an artist, like I don't consider myself that much as an artist, like so much, but I think it's just I'm just amazed and sometimes overwhelmed by the amount of like incredibly beautiful things that are like every day in your phone or whatever. It's just like, like I have to work so much to keep up. Like it's just like it's so good. Like and you see, like and there's so many good people. And it's like this is too much. I was like, I'm just leaving to them. But I think that as a non-artist,
Yeah.
and then as a studio,
I don't know.
I
Give
don't.
us a
I
minute.
I don't know. I think we've been like we feel like we've been like we are really cautious for every like step that we make.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. We like especially I come from Argentina when studios like are really big. Like like there are many studios like 20, 25 people or more and stuff. And then we grew up there, and we got out of there trying to do something different. And so that was I think one of the challenges was like how we keep it small, personal, but keep growing, and then like at the level of the big ones. So it's a bit of a challenge
Mm-hmm.
to sometimes we compete to huge ones, and then like we are doing like this small team of us against one of the big ones to say. But then like in the past 2 years we been lucky and we worked our asses off, and we even got some reward of that, and won a few good ones. So I think that's the challenge, that because we want to keep it like really human, really personal, and really small, but then like do like big jobs and ambitious jobs. So
Yeah.
that's the
It's like find the balance.
That's
yeah.
cool.
And
I think yeah.
and some, I don't know, sometimes some gratification is always nice, but I don't know, I think find the balance between like fame and being an artist, and as well, like, I don't know, work with friends, I think it's not like a minor thing right
Yeah,
now.
I think that's the
uh,
very,
I don't
very.
know. It can sound cheesy, but for us it's so important. I don't know. We that's the way. I think we do everything we can to help this not to seem a job. So
Uh-huh.
like to whatever that helps to that to be more fun, and I don't know, be relaxing. It's because with friends, like you spend like 8 hours a day with these people, and I don't know, and you have lunch with them. Is better than if they're your friends.
That's cool.
And we have the luxury, to be able to do that. And then I was thinking also as an artist, I think, especially to us, like we are not so much like hands down on the work. Like we don't illustrate and animate that much. I think whoever had a studio or like started a studio and started to grow, and I don't know, like we are super happy with being creatives, more focused on the creative, but you miss the other part, and I don't know.
yeah, and being like, learn how to be multitasking basically and do a bit of everything
Mm-hmm.
and start to,
But I don't know. I think it's all good. I don't know, like, and the studio is just like I don't think no one taught us like how to have a studio. So
yeah, I think we
Yes.
just knew we don't want to have what we knew, what we don't want to do.
yeah.
Like, we cannot really be a big studio because we, I don't know,
I think we
especially you
also
guys.
also because we are picky. I don't know, and so like if we have like a big studio, you can't be that picky with projects. Um, I don't know. It has been working so far, and again, like you always like in the new step or in the previous one, and then like struggling to move to the next one. And
Uh-huh.
if you go to a big one, you feel too short, and then
Uh-huh.
but I don't know. It's
I
working.
think I just got a question here from Saul Jens that is just to complement what you guys are saying here. Maybe that could be one of the challenges. Like she said, "Hey, you guys, love your work. Did you have any formal education in business or administration? If not, how you learned that? Because I know that's the hardest part when you have a
Yeah,
studio."
and I think, well, I gonna
Yeah, like
say like, I did a master in Hyper Island, and what they teach us was like, you learn by making mistake basically. So you make a mistake and you try to I don't know, the next time you try to make it better, and you analyze what you did wrong and what didn't work, and I think you try to keep that in mind for the next project, or like if you have a project that have some issue, try to, I don't know, compensate that in the next one, or like analyze what happened. But no, we don't have any administration or
yeah,
business
yeah,
education.
and then also like moving around, like starting the company in Buenos Aires, then we been in Milan for like almost a year, then to Barcelona, then like all the taxes are different and everything is different. Um, but again, like we didn't have any formal is like education. Like Carmen did Hyper Island before she did fashion.
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
studied like 2 years of industrial design and I dropped. Rather, I study music.
so yeah,
Um,
no, but no, I
yeah,
think when we started, we didn't even know it was a business. It was more like passion and like, okay, we want to do project together. But
yeah.
I don't think the first year we consider as
I
a
think
business.
like up to 3 years, like like money was coming in. It's like yeah, split it in three, and it's like uh, and now it's different. Like we have accountants and all that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think sometimes we even think of that. Like whenever we have a chance, we talk to colleagues or people who are like one step above, or we're really good friends with the guys from Anime, from Moth, and
Mm.
from Plenty, and so they have been like 2 years above, 2 years before us, like all the way. So
So
it's
they've
like,
been
so what I
there.
do now, like, and she just call them. It's like, so what do I have to do now? Um,
Yeah, I think it's just a process,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Because I know
yeah, but
for
again,
some,
like talking to friends.
yeah, because I know for some clients, like they usually demand some sort of legal backup, like contracts involved and insurances and stuff like that. So it's not it's not sometimes people they just think that what we are doing here is just like putting keyframes here and there and come up with some great designs, but there's a lot of stuff behind that, a lot of bureaucracy behind that, like invoices, paying like the people that you are working with, taxes, contracts, and a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of
I think
stuff.
the I think whenever it gets like more like busy on the legal side and stuff, like I think that's a good moment like to call your agents, like at least for us. Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or even like as friends, like we have a lawyer friend,
That's
and
cool.
sometimes we ask her like, okay, I don't know. I think we are human, so why not ask?
Of
I don't know.
course.
I don't think I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, sometimes it's strange how it sometimes can get like really legally and stuff like that. Oh, we were just doing a video. Like, how
Uh-huh.
did this happen? But yeah, I don't know. Nothing bad happened so far. But again, yeah, I think whenever it gets bigger, that's a good thing to have your agents. Whenever we get like small but really cool jobs and like we can afford it, and it's like we just like even we talk to them like, hey, if we have this really cool job, like we can put you in because the budget is minimal, but we really like the guys and we think it's gonna be nice, like, and it's like just go for it. And I think that's the flexibility that we have. Like we're doing, like at the moment we're doing like a big one, and then we're helping like a startup in Germany that we really like the guys, and they're doing this
Mask.
mask, like
Yeah.
they're like amazing,
Uh-huh.
and so we just we're working with them, and that's I think that's the balance, um, because like we don't do as much as like personal work, like, and because we can kind of like fill that space with like small and open clients. So I think that's one of the reasons why.
That's cool. And I have to ask you, like I'm a huge fan of the Argentinian animation scenario. Like really, although I'm a Brazilian, we cannot agree in soccer, but like in terms of design and animation, I think you like the Argentina industry. It's so much like how can I say? There's a flavor there, like, and
Yeah,
I really love the really old school people. Like I don't know if they're still around, like Paper Melon, you know, like Stay Branding. I don't know if that's the name of
yeah.
them, but I have a book of them. Man, it's somewhere here in my stuff, but I'm a huge
Yeah,
fan,
I don't know. Like
So
yeah, we
why did you guys
sometimes.
decide to leave Argentina to move to Spain?
Well,
Well, first of all, I couldn't stay longer in Argentina because I'm Italian, so I
Oh
couldn't really
yes.
stay. Then yeah, then the guys always have in mind to move, I guess, and
yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
I since I was a little kid, like I wanted to move to Europe. Like I had it like since I was like 15 years old. Like I knew
Uh-huh.
it. And then it's like you're South American as well. It's somehow it's a beautiful country, but it's a pretty unstable country.
Yeah.
And for us, like very rookie entrepreneurs, like it was difficult to to kick off a company.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think the adventure, that was a big part. Like
It's
moving
great.
to another country, like you live in LA. I think it's almost exciting, always exciting to move to a new place. Um, and yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and also we have a lot of friends like that started business in Argentina and moved here,
Yeah.
so it was more like, okay, it, why not?
Yeah,
And yeah, Also, I don't know. I always ask myself why Argentina are so good in animation.
Yeah.
I think there is something also about advertising that I think they have a pretty strong
Yeah.
messaging since the past. So I don't know if that is connected.
Yeah, since the 80s and 90s, like Argentina, like advertising was like, and if you like Google things, there's just so like the creativity is just amazing, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a big part of it. But then I don't know why, because like even like I, don't- I think lately there are a lot of schools, but when we were there, like there's not like so many like official like education on animation. I think
Uh-huh.
like most of people like I'm speaking like from 6 years and behind. Like I don't know lately.
Probably now,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I think we all learn in studios, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so
You know,
I yeah,
it's
I
just
love
sitting right next to someone
I
doing
love
something.
I love seeing Argentinian stuff. I still get myself sometimes looking back. And they used to have like a website that
The what?
I forgot the name, like a website that listed all the Argentinian studios. I forgot the name of that, man. I don't know if you know that.
No, no idea.
No.
Man,
Are you
that was a
asking me?
huge source of inspiration for sure to make.
Sorry, I was just
I was like,
reading the question.
read the message.
No, go for it. Go
Yeah,
for it.
they
No,
were
it's
saying
totally
like they
fine.
have like really good schools. Yeah, like yeah, I have no idea. As I was saying, like probably lately there are a lot of like really good schools, but I don't remember.
They were saying Blue Vertigo, but I don't know what that is. That is an Italian band.
um,
But yeah.
Any
I think yeah, man. Like this is pretty much what we do. I think
I don't know. We are right now in the
Yeah,
studio, and
yeah. I'm already
uh-huh.
like thankful for the exercise of thinking how to explain ourselves. Like we don't do that often. Like, and I think like we've been invited to do like a lot of workshops or talks, and we never get the time because we want to do it right, and it's going to take too much time, or we feel it's gonna not gonna be interesting. So like this one kind of like cracked the ice, and maybe
Yeah,
we feel more
Carolina,
comfortable.
sorry to cut you off, but Carolina just put here the name of the website. It's Blue Vertical.
yeah, this is
Blue
what they're
Vertical
saying. Okay.
motion graphics. Man, that is like it's gold out there. It's pure gold there. And
Yeah.
you as a Italian, my family it's all Italian. We're just trying to get our Italian citizenship here. And how did you ended up into the animation industry? Because you mentioned
Yeah.
you did fashion, you did a little
Yeah, I studied
yeah.
fashion design, and then I don't really know why I choose fashion design, but I don't know. At that time, it seems something creative, and then just as a test, I did a really short workshop of animation back in Milan, and then I don't know. I found that I want to try and learn a bit more. And then I signed up to the Hyper Island Master,
Uh-huh.
where it was one of the best experience I don't know, I ever did. And then I don't know, I started to understand that there is like actually a job that you can do with animation. So yeah, and then as Guido said, I started like doing different internship in different studio, and it's basically where I learn.
That's great.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I started liking animation while I was studying, I think, but I didn't know by that time it was possible to work with that.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
because like Italy doesn't have like a big industry like Brazil or Spain, but we see a lot of great people coming out of there. You know, like Emmanuel
I
Colombo.
think lately, like in
He
the
just
past
say
three
hi
four
here.
years, like Italy.
Do you guys know Emmanuel Colombo?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
man.
I don't.
Emmanuel, I really want to chat with you maybe in the second season. I would love to pick his brain. He's super talented. He's amazing.
yeah, we we work with a bunch of Italians also because she's Italian, I speak Italian. Then we have friends, and then as I was saying, like in the past few years, like the industry, I don't know, yeah, maybe not the industry, but like just like so many nice studios and like artists. Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's great. It's good. Yeah, I have a question here. It's a really interesting question from Gabe's Tier 18. What are the animation industries like in Spain and Brazil? I'm from US, but I'd love to travel to both places and maybe live abroad. Chile has some cool studios too. So could you just give like a little perspective to people that don't know the industry in
Um,
Spain?
yeah, I think I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think that the best studios here, like they do a lot of work for abroad. Like
Hmm.
as I guess like in most of the cities, like like top studios work a lot for the US or UK or we are not. I don't think we can speak that much of the like Spanish industry.
Yeah.
I think we have done like one work with Spain,
Yeah.
one in like 4 years.
Hmm.
Um, so I think we're in a strange spot. Like we are here because the studio is now in Barcelona, but it would be the same if it would be like in Copenhagen or I don't know or London. Um, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think
I,
it's a great. I mean, from my point of view, it's always a great thing to try to do your job abroad. It's like where I started, and I think it's always a great opportunity just to understand what you like and what studio you kind of like you to be.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't know that many. I don't know that much industry here.
yeah, I think like we have like a really nice group of friends, and they all have amazing studios, and they are like in this neighborhood basically. But again, like a lot of them like work for abroad, so it's hard to to point it like Spanish industry or like we don't know how we should be called. Like we just based here, but we work like
like
80% for the US probably or
yeah.
it I don't know and also like depends of the year. Like there's one year that we work a lot for Asia, the other year I don't know like some work of us was I don't know had attention in some area of the world and
Yeah, I don't know about Brazil. You probably can
Yeah.
answer that question.
I don't know if I can answer because I left Brazil 7 years ago, so I'm pretty sure things changed a lot. But Saul Yan said that Brazil has a huge animation industry. Everything is concentrated in São Paulo, though. Yeah, I agree that with that. I'm from São Paulo, so the industry there was pretty big. But I feel like during my time there, I felt like the clients, like the agencies, didn't know how to treat animation. So they did know like how to approach for to get like an animated project. So they usually get like a reference from Buck, for example, and say, okay, we want something like this, and we just have like a week, you know, and we don't have any money,
yeah.
things basically
Yeah,
like
and
that.
cheaper. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends. I don't know. I think lately, like in the past year or so, like the briefs we had from Spain, they were like they started to make more sense, like in terms of creativity, time, and even budget. They always had like a few red flags they have to
But
put on.
I think also in Spain they're always trying to focus more on like live action kind of thing. So I don't know
Hmm.
if I mean they have of course the agency have in mind animation, but sometimes it's just you have to remind them
Yeah,
that you can do
and I
what you
think
can do.
as you were
Yes.
saying, like it's very clear how like different territories are like they have more history or not. Like it happens also with Asia. Like I know it's not that they're bad or good. Like they just been doing it for less time than other territories.
Agree.
So like the US, they have been doing this for a long time. So yeah, they're always like very ambitious and stuff. But they have some tend to have like from Asia, is a bit of an education and work. Like you have to like educate the client
The client.
as what you work as the time you work. But again, there's like it changes like really fast, and sometimes you get like, oh, this, this seems cool. So we're always open.
That's cool. That's cool. And back to the creative side again, which is I think it's the most happy place for us. Do you guys have a some sort of a kind of I wouldn't say technique, but is there something you guys really want to do or add into your projects that you haven't had the opportunity to apply yet? Like,
I think it's not like a big surprise. I think like a bit more 3D. Like we
mhm.
all like we have been working like since the beginning. There's a lot of 3D in our work, but it's always like these guides in the same composition and it looks like 2D. And in the past years we've been doing a bunch of things. I think personally I've been thinking of that.
Yeah, we were thinking on
Also,
doing more live action.
when we did at the beginning of the year, we did a mixed media spot, um, and then we collaborate with a lot of friends. And then on the last day before the lockdown, we shot here. Like we have the puppets there and all the
Oh,
things.
that's
Like
cool.
we did the live, and
I
like
saw.
after that day, I said like I just want to do puppets. Like I don't want to do more animation. I just want to do puppets like every day. It was so fun. It was just so fun. It was like like a really small team, like,
Yeah.
and we made it work. Like a lot of people helped us because we had no idea how to do it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just still surprised. Like it looks really good, and
You were talking about. I asked you a question about the if there's a specific technique you guys want to apply that, and you just told me about the puppet project.
Yeah.
I
And
remember another one.
yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you this question because that project you guys released with the puppets, all mixed media, all the fun stuff, it's amazing. How
It
this
was
project came about?
it was
There you go. Ah,
again
she's
one of
bringing one of the
the
puppets. Oh man,
no.
I love that.
I think it was one of those saying, uh, as you were saying, like, it was just like a really nice guy. It was like a physician from Australia. Like he wrote his second book, and he was his project, and it was how to help heal chronic pain in a different way. And
Cool.
he didn't have that much, but we
Yeah.
really liked. We could afford to do it at the moment. We really wanted to do a mixed media, and he came with that. We share like we created like a treatment for him. Like, okay, we're in, but we're gonna do this, and
Mm-hmm.
he was amazed. Like, yeah, like whatever you want.
That's cool.
And so they were like a really good partner. We wrote the script together, and then what we did is like just called all of friends. So like we have this project, and then like we did like a very thorough storyboarding, and then there was a separate process, like because we had to try scenes would be done in each of the styles, and then the styles that our friends who were working in, then also trying to have like not be repetitive in the edits, or all the styles are changing. And then all the client was amazing, the team was amazing. We shot, like we saw the puppets the day shot.
Yeah,
Like
it was.
the day we shot everything, like it was the
R-
first time we saw everything,
really?
and it
Oh my
worked.
God.
And it was like the last day, so it was it was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
nice. And then we had a few weeks to do like color correction and compositing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was just
How how
try. Yeah.
how long was the entire project? Like for the confection from the confection of the puppets
Yeah.
into like the final render?
I think it was like. I think in total was like 2 months because we technique
2 months.
and try to combine because we also
Yes.
work with a lot of friends and not everyone was available at the same time. So, so it kind of combined that. And also because the brief came to us in December, and normally our schedule was always a bit quiet. It's kind of scheduled to do that in a time that normally like the business is quiet, and do like kind of a personal project that we have freedom. I think it was like a good way to start the year without knowing that after that in January we didn't know that. So
yeah, I think it was one of the most rewarding projects I think ever. Because of the
I can
client,
see
because
that,
of the
man.
subject.
Yeah, and I think when you have a good cause and you know that you have freedom, it's easier to have friends or like collaborators to join you and help you.
Yeah, one thing that we've been noticing, like whenever we get in touch with artists, like hopefully like they get excited, because we usually projects are exciting, and that's we feel good as well. And as an artist, like if you are excited about the project, the work, and yeah, I think this also was like we want to do more of this. We kind of like we put everything on. We actually invested in this one, because that's how it works. Like we want to do more of that, and try to have something to show our clients, and go. And after that, we like I also remember like what it's like. We really want to mix like live action with 2D animation, or like we show it's 3D with 2D animation. I think that's a blend.
Yeah.
Hopefully, whoever is listening doesn't do it before we do. But yeah, I think that's something that it makes our skill. We like so far are not so much in love with 3D characters. Freedom that is not there as what you do different. So I think that is something, but also there's there's so many beautiful things of doing like backgrounds in 3D and textures, and the ability of having cameras and not to redraw everything. So we believe this mix. So if you're a client also and you want a video like this, you can get in touch.
Yeah, I think it's most.
Is there a particular project? I'm not saying like in terms of technique now, but like, do you guys want to do something? Is there like a dream kind of client or project you guys want to do? You guys want to work with? I mean, like it could be, I don't know, maybe a personal film, a personal short film, or a series. Because I can see you guys doing like a series of short animated stuff, like or I don't know. Is there something you guys want to do?
Lately, yeah, I think lately we've become a bit lazy to long formats, like 15 second spot. Like that's I think our best thing right now. Like 10, 15, yes, to a like 2 minute thing. And I don't know. I think lately we've been lucky also to get like campaigns whenever, and you can do like all different spots, and you have the long and then the mid, and you can for a vodka brand, and it was nice because we had like a long format, like it was like the movie. What was with the example like watching The Simpsons and The Simpsons movie. So you have like the movie when you put like a bit more, and you have like really like short, snappy.
Yeah, as we said before, the thing that is really important for us is like the irony with like short format. It kind of fit better. Like if you want to make a joke or like a good transition, it's easier when you have less time. So something like pain of like short pieces that it would be that we always like to do.
Yeah, and also
Nice.
like we really like or enjoy when we manage to communicate a lot with just a few things. If you look at our work, it's not very busy. I don't know. We have a lot of like comedy, and there's a lot of like pauses and acting, and also lately we've been treating our characters more like actors. We have like like, you know, like kind of like a big project and a team involved. We create like this like brand book with personalities and faces and tool. I don't know. We like it's a bit like a series if you think of.
Yeah.
So we, you know, even if there's like this toolkit where they go whenever like how is a smile, how is a blink, how is like is it shy, and you know we reference a lot of like in cinema or in sitcoms.
I don't know, in terms of client, like I don't think we have like a dream. I mean,
We have like a list, but we don't pay that much attention.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the brief we receive. It like now I remember when we have the like, because we always say, okay, I want to have freedom to do a project, but then when we did like our short film in January with the Australian doctor, it was a bit too much freedom, and it was like pushing ourselves and never finished like a storyboard. We were a client, and it was horrible. It was like, okay, but
yeah,
yes,
there's
like,
too much freedom. I don't know if it works. You know, because it's like, okay,
yes,
this is the project of the year.
like, yeah, like we don't like the transition wasn't working. We didn't have it because like
exactly.
we wouldn't be like bad out of our work.
everything was on your plate.
Not working because we are doing it bad. Yeah, I was like, we can't blame anybody, and it's like, but yeah, I don't know. I think Carmen said something like, we don't at the moment, at the moment, like we don't think that much like a fun brief, you know, and it's already like well written, and it's funny and it's witty. That's, you know, if it's a cool brand, like even better if it's not someone evil.
I mean, it would be better if something colorful all the time, because recently we've been asked to do just black and white lines. So I don't know. I think with two projects with the same kind of color, then I don't know, the client ask you more. So I think it would be nice to have a bit more,
and
like
also,
a rainbow kind of.
I think it also is whenever we do like a lot of cell animations, like 3D, like whenever we just get bored easily, and I don't know, it's just like a constant loop. But
Man, it's amazing, dude. NiceShit. I just want to say thank you so much for putting the time aside to talk to us. Grazie and gracias, amigos.
Obrigado,
and noise. Thank you. I really appreciate your time. It was amazing to get to know you.
We had tickets to go to US, but you know, like they're already canceled. But hopefully, you know, next time we get to meet you.
Coffee's on me. Yeah, just hope to see you guys soon, for sure.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone that joined us for this amazing talk to NiceShit. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, hope to talk to you soon.